Hello, today's video is all about the best oils for cooking and what I personally use in my own kitchen for all kinds of cooking methods. So let's jump right in. Talking about the best oils for cooking, it's important to find an oil that is stable in high temperatures. And in order to be stable in high temperatures, two factors are important: the smoke point and the resistance to oxidation. Basically, what happens to it when it's exposed to oxygen. All kinds of oils contain three types of fatty acids. They are saturated, monounsaturated, and polyunsaturated. Now, depending on which oils dominate, the oil might be more or less resistant to heat in cooking. So saturated and monounsaturated are very resistant to any kind of heat damage, so they're perfect for cooking. So examples will be coconut oil, which is very high in saturated oils, saturated fatty acids. Also avocado oil or olive oil are very high in monounsaturated fatty acids, while most vegetable oils like grapeseed or canola, as you call it in the US, sunflower, peanut oil, soybean oil, and many other vegetable oils so commonly used for frying in the West are actually not good for frying at all, because they are primarily made of polyunsaturated oils, so they get damaged and oxidated in high temperatures very, very quickly. My personal favorite, and scientists tend to agree that it's really the best oil for all kinds of cooking, from sauteing and roasting to frying and even deep frying, is extra virgin olive oil. And it's important to stress that it has to be extra virgin, cold press, totally natural, because non-extra virgin varieties are actually not good for cooking at all. Extra virgin olive oil has been used in Mediterranean countries like Spain, where I live, or Italy, Greece, for thousands of years, and they have always boasted, and they still boast, really incredible health and very long life expectancies. For example, Spain at the moment has the highest life expectancy in Europe. I think it's 81.4 years, which is really impressive. And I truly believe that extra virgin olive oil is one of the biggest contributors to that. So why is extra virgin olive oil so special and so good for your health? That's because it's very high in beneficial fatty acids, and they're mostly monounsaturated, as I said before. And it's also very high in vitamin E and antioxidants, which is exactly the reason why it doesn't get damaged by heat at all, because all of those antioxidants protect it from oxidation during heat or just keeping it on the shelf. Extra virgin olive oil also has a very high smoke point, which makes it ideal for frying, deep frying, and all the other high temperature cooking methods. So I personally use only extra virgin olive oil for all of my cooking, but also for cold uses like salads. I don't use any other oils in my home at all, apart from, of course, some butter or ghee from time to time, but extra virgin olive oil is really my go-to. I love the taste, I love all the health benefits, and I love the fact that it's a local traditional produce, because I live in Spain. So I just don't see any point in buying, coconut oil or anything else that comes from another side of the world when we have this amazing nature's miracle right here in the country where I live. Another fantastic oil for cooking is the one I've just mentioned, and that's extra virgin coconut oil, or any coconut oil really. It's primarily made of saturated fats, which is exactly why it's so good for frying and deep frying. There was one study where they deep fried coconut oil for 8 hours, and its characteristics didn't change at all. It didn't get oxidized, it didn't get toxic. So it's really good for that kind of stuff. Coconut oil also has a lot of incredible health benefits, like it's got antiviral properties, antibacterial properties. It can help you lose excess fat, especially around your belly. So it's really good. But at the same time, I believe it's important to eat your local stuff as much as possible. So if coconut oil is, local where you live, great, go for it. But I think it's always so much nicer to go for something that is grown in your country or close by. Another kind of fat that is really good for frying, deep frying, and all kinds of high temperature cooking methods are animal fats, because they are mostly saturated fats and monounsaturated fats, so they are very resistant to heat damage. So things like tallow, lard, fat drippings from, for example, from roasting some chicken or roasting some duck. Also ghee or clarified butter. I made a video in the past about how you can make your own ghee from store-bought butter. It's super easy and it saves you so much money. So all of those give food incredible flavor and they give it really nice crispness. So I personally really love using animal fats for all kinds of cooking. One thing to mention here though is that the diet of the animals used to render the fat is really important. Grass-fed will have more saturated and monounsaturated fats, while grain-fed will have more of the polyunsaturated fats, so they'll be a bit more easy to damage by cooking. So just keep that in mind when you choose your sources. We're talking about animal fats. There is one fat that I didn't mention, and that's butter. Butter is not really good for frying or deep frying, and that's because butter contains quite a bit of water and proteins and carbs. So it actually starts smoking and burning quite quickly. That's why it's best to use it for things like maybe quick sauteing or very light quick frying. Like for example, when I cook sunny side up eggs, I generally use butter, or for roasting, but it's not a good thing to use for frying or deep frying. Another really beneficial oil for cooking is avocado oil. It has a fantastic flavor and it has the highest smoke point out of all, actually even higher than coconut oil or extra virgin olive oils. If it's affordable where you live and if it's available, it's a really great choice. Another oil is grapeseed oil. It has a really nice mild flavor. That's why it's really loved by chefs and all kinds of foodies in the world. I personally have never tried it, so I can't really say much about it, but it has mostly polyunsaturated fats, which makes it not a good oil at all for frying or deep frying, but it would be okay for quick sauteing or roasting or for salads. They say it tastes really nice in salads, so it's definitely something to try. If you do try, just bear in mind that because it's high in polyunsaturated fats, is very prone to oxidizing, including from keeping at room temperature. So it's important to keep it in the fridge to keep it fresh and healthy for you. So I really hope that you found this information interesting. So many of you were asking me this question, you know, what oil do you use? What is best for cooking? Because there's been so much misinformation around about, you know, that extra virgin olive oil is actually not good for cooking, that coconut oil is the only one. Well, in reality, it's not true. There's so many different choices and you can choose it based on where you live, what you can afford, what tastes best for you. There are really loads of choices for you. So now it's your turn to tell me which oil you personally use for cooking, which one's your favorite. Thank you so much for cooking. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!